Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So we're getting ready for Scenario 3 in Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. So as a quick recap to get caught back up with where we're at right now, we are a part of the mercenary band Jaws of the Lion. I have a Void Walker and a Red Guard are my two characters in the game, named Dora and Boots. So previously we had met the blacksmith's wife named Sandy, and she sent us out looking for her husband who had gone missing. So we went out looking for him and we're not able to find him. We're heading back to town, and as we came back to town, we ran into some vermlings that set up an ambush. And we defeated the vermlings because we're, fighty type people. And we realized that something was kind of fishy there, so we followed the vermlings back, their trail back to a hole in the wall, and defeated some vermlings there, and then found a note that said that the vermlings were collecting bodies from somebody named Roland. They had some sort of business agreement where he wanted corpses and he was paying them for it. So we managed to get a bunch of money from that, and then we went back to the inn after that, and then we're going to set out and try to figure out who this Roland character was. So that's story-wise kind of where we're at. Mechanics-wise, the first game gave us a really simple set of cards, and the second one expanded on that with some more abilities. And we're kind of wrapping up at the end of the second one. There's some things that we need to do. So let's see here. I'm going to pop in here to the end of Scenario 2. So there's Scenario 2 rules. And then they have a section on failing a scenario, which it was kind of close. It was pretty touch and go, that last one there. So Scenario 2 complete. We got money. So one of the things was the VoidWarden had received 4 money tokens during the game, which she got a token plus 3 from the treasure. And that translates into 8 more gold for her to get. So at the end of the game, we both got 25 gold. So Boots has got 25 gold, and then Dora's got 33 gold at the end. So one of the things we get to do is, for this next piece, we get to actually go to a shop in town and buy some things. So there's a whole bunch of cards for us to buy from. There's some, I can show them over here, right? We've got some eagle-eye goggles we could get. We have iron helmet, chain armor, studded leather, weathered boots, winged sandals, a heater shield. There's another heater shield, throwing hammers, poison daggers, iron spear. And my stack's getting kind of big there. So then we've got a stamina potion, a power potion, and well, there's another power potion. So what I've decided to buy with my monies is I think my Void Warden is going to buy a healing potion and some winged shoes. So the thought there is, usually my Red Guard is the one that's going out in advance. He's kind of the meat shield, and sometimes he seems to get ahead a little bit. So maybe having some winged shoes that allow me to get over obstacles, maybe I can use those to help me keep up, right? And then the other one is a healing potion, because she's only got 6 health, and being able to heal herself maybe during a turn when she has to take a hit would be good. So if you look at this is going to be a 1 use. This one, when I use it, it's going to tap. And they're going to introduce, well, we'll talk about that in a second. There's a way for me to untap that during my gameplay. So that's going to be my stuff for my Void Warden. And then Boots didn't make as much money, so I'm going to just get him a couple of potions. So we're going to get a stamina potion, which is going to allow him to get a card back. And then we're going to get him a healing potion because, well, he's the meat shield. So I think that's what we're going to go with for Boots. All right. So that's our buy-in from the city. So that's going to be, Dora's going to spend 25, which is going to knock her down to 8. And then Boots is spending 20, which is going to knock him down to 5. All right, so we've done our city stuff. We've bought some things. Also, we get some new ability cards in our stack here. So we get a couple of 1 cards. They have a little number 1 at the top of them. So these are the cards. See, they have a nice little 1 up there. So we're going to get, so one of the things we're going to be able to do now is we have the ability to gain experience when we do something. Cool, because experience is what's going to help us level. We have these abilities that go on until the end of the round, I believe. So there's a shield, which is going to soak up 1 damage, which is pretty cool. This is a multi-target ability, so I actually can hit 2 targets with that attack at a range of 2. So that's pretty cool. So those are the 2 that I'm getting for Boots there, Healing Sands and Swift Strength. And then Dora is going to get these 2, which I've got a heal for 2. I can remove poison and give a bless card, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's a bless card. I need to look that up, whether that's the bless ability or the blessed card. I think that's the blessed card, which is an additional card that goes into your stack that looks like that, which is awesome. But then it's 1 use, and when you hit it, it goes away. She's also got, this is kind of a sustaining ability that as you go on there, you're going to move the token along the path here until each of those get hit. So that's going to let me, it looks like, put curses in somebody's deck, probably my enemy's deck there. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see, what else do we have? I think that's it. So the good thing is we're going to go from 6 cards that we were operating with before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we should have 8 cards now. So that's going to give us a little bit more longevity because now we have more cards to go through. All right, and that's how Boots didn't act. Well, actually, Boots did die out last time because I couldn't discard cards at the end to counteract the damage that he had taken. So he was going to card out or he was going to die. One of the two was going to have to happen. All right, so we've got our items. We've got our new cards. What else is in here? It's going to talk about the rules for Scenario 3. We've got difficult terrain, which is going to take 2 movement to go through, although you can get pushed through it the same. It looks like there's going to be some section breaks between, which you don't read that section until you get there. We've got earning experience. We've got these ongoing bonuses that we talked about. We have shield ability. Jump means that you can go over things. So things that are like this difficult terrain, jump won't cost 2 to go through. Let's see here. And you can move over obstacles too, which is pretty cool. We've got poison, wounds, curses, blesses. This is the other big addition. With this one, it looks like is a long rest. So previously, my only option was the short rest. And a short rest meant that I would take 1 card randomly out of my discard pile, and I could put my discards back into my potential cards to use. Now, a long rest, what that does is I'm going to take a look at my disc. I'm going to declare, rather than doing an action for the turn, that I'm going to do a long rest for the turn. And I'm going to go initiative 99, which means I go last. So the downside to that is I'm only doing the rest on my turn, and the enemies might interact or do something with me. So the upshot is that I get to pick which of the cards in my discard pile gets removed, so it's not random. So I'm selecting which card goes out. I also heal 2, and then additionally I get to ready, like I talked about with some of my items there, like these winged shoes here, right? They tap. So the winged shoes, if I had used the winged shoes, and I do a long rest, it's going to untap and be ready for me again, which is cool. That's a very nice bonus for the long rest. All right, so that's long rest, monsters with multiple targets, and then we're getting into what happens at the end of Scenario 3, but we're not there. We need to do Scenario 3 first. So let's get the board ready. All right, so we're gonna flip here. There's 1, 2, we're up to 3, and it's the black ship. Let's see what it says. There's an intro here. I think I'm gonna read the intro this time. Let's see here. So we've got a goal, and the goal says it's pretty simple. Kill all enemies. So that's pretty straightforward. All right, introduction. After getting your fill of stew and plenty of rest at the Sleeping Lion, you start off early in the morning. The first order of business is looking for information on someone named Roland. So that's the guy that the vermlings were working with that wanted corpses. So let's see what we can find out about him. All right. He seems to be making a trade out of buying fresh corpses, and you'd like to know why. It's slow going at first, but you eventually find a pair of vermlings down in the sinking market who seem overly interested in cadaver disposal. After some rough persuasion, they cough up that they too are being paid by a man named Roland. They even give you the drop-off location, some derelict ship in the old docks. Okay, that's why it's the black ship. That makes sense. Right. You head down to the pier and look around. It doesn't take long to spot the suspicious vessel. Not only is it leaking some vile black liquid from the hull, but there are two men wearing red robes standing guard outside on the dock. They notice you eyeing them and begin making threatening gestures for you to move along. Looks like getting to the bottom of this is going to require cracking a few more skulls. All right, so looks like we got a ship that I'm kind of wondering why the dock people haven't said, where's the health inspection? You got black stuff flowing out of your ship. You think there'd be like health inspectors all over that saying something's not right, but guess not. Guess that's the way it goes. All right, so let's look at what we have for setup here. So it looks like we're going to have some zealots and then some giant vipers and some damage traps. There's a treasure. So let's see what we want to set up first. Hey, this is kind of convenient. So I'm gonna get my toys out here. All right, so it looks like there's a chest that goes there. Got some crates that go here. Another crate that goes here. What else do we have? We have a treasure chest. Where's my treasure chest? The treasure chest here. We've got some traps. There's a trap. See if I can dig out a couple more traps here. There's a trap. That's gold. Gold. And no other traps. Okay, so let's get out some gold coins. Got gold coin, and no other gold coins. We do have, so it looks like there's a barrel here and it's got body parts in it, but we'll just replace it with the barrel. So, gross. Okay, and then we've got a couple of doors, it looks like. So we need a couple of doors. So there's a door here. Oh, I need the other doors. I need a door that looks like this. There's a door there. And we have a door right here. All right. Let's see. And to start off, we need 2 zealots. So I'm going to grab 2 of these guys. And it looks like they're just normal zealots. So just do normal stands, because at the top here it's just like a little white indicator. So not the nasty gold one. All right, those are our 2 guys that are saying move along, move along. We're saying yeah, right. Then of course we need a we're gonna put a red guard up front there and VoidWarden a little bit to the back. All right, what else are we missing here? I don't think we're missing anything else at this point. There's some other stuff, but they don't pop up until we get into those areas, so we can leave that be. We need some stacks of cards here. These are our modifier cards, and this one right here is the VoidWarden. So we'll get that one ready. All right, VoidWarden, and this is our red guard. So we'll get our red guard ready. Okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'll put them off to the side here. So I think I got all my stuff. Here's my handy dandy reference for effects. What else do we want to? Oh, let's take a look at our camera angle here. What do we got? We need back that up just a little bit. How are we doing there? There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, I think we're ready to roll here. So, what do we got? We need to figure out what our red guard. Oh, we got what numbers are these guys? These guys are 6 and 4. So we should get our scenario set up here. Let's get our Gloomhaven helper ready to go. We are scenario 3. And we're okay. And ooh, bad guys. All right, so basic Zealot 4 and 6. They only have 4 card decks. So 4 and 6. Only 4 hit points. That's not too bad. All right. What are we going after here? So we got to figure out what we're going to do. 4 hit points. Actually, let's take a look at our red guards cards first. Because he is our brute. Now he's got a range 2 attack that pulls stuff close to him now, which is kind of nice, and it's an early go. It would be nice to just run up and destroy them right off of the bat. So we do have, and we failed horribly with this card last time, but I think it's the right idea. It's the one where we walk up and we attack all adjacent enemies. So we would need to move 1, 2, 3 in order to get into that spot, right? 1, 2, 3. Then we could hit both of them, and hopefully we don't draw like we did last time. So why don't we do that and combine it with? We can combine it with that one. That's a move 3. And it says that things that attack me are going to get disadvantage. Now, that's not quite as fast as I would like to go. I'm hoping that makes it so I'm likely to go ahead of them. So let's go with that. I think that's our choice. So that's going to give us red guard. He's going to get 32. All right, 32. And I wonder if, can I make this a little bit smaller? Does that work? Oh, there's a way to size this down. What was it? Zoom out maybe? Yeah, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so we can try to get everything on the display there. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go VoidWarden. So what's VoidWarden is thinking that ideally the red guard runs up and does stuff. So what do we have for the VoidWarden? We can force enemies to attack each other because we're potentially not going to kill them. But maybe we should, what else do we have here? We've got a disarm, ally does a big attack. One enemy within range 3 to perform attack 2. So I could have one of the enemies attack one of the other enemies. And I would want to go early in order to make that happen because they're right next to each other. 1, 2, 3. If I have a range 3, make an enemy attack another enemy. Force enemy to do an attack 2 against another enemy. So that one looks pretty good. If I do that, I kind of want to go early. So what else can I put in there? I got a whole bunch of heals right now. So that is at range 3. I don't want to disarm ahead of that. Actually, I have one that's a force enemy, a range 3 to perform attack 3. Okay, let's look at that one as our first one. And then how early do we want to go? Well, I think the deal is we want to go late, so I think maybe we will just use, we'll use this one to go late. So we'll use the initiative from this one, 72, and probably just use the move 2 off of it, is what I'm thinking. All right. Or wait, if I want to make an enemy attack another enemy, I need to go early. Ooh. All right, so we'll use this 23. All right, so we're gonna go with 23. I'm gonna try and go early, and then we'll just move up a little bit. So that's the plan. Well, hopefully the VoidWarden will go early, move up a couple, make one of the enemies attack one of the other enemies, and then we'll have the red guard try to run up and finish them off. All right, that's the plan. We'll see how it works. So we're gonna do a draw, and oh, they go first. No. They messed up my plan. All right, so they went way first. Okay, so they're going to move to attack 1 and give us a curse. All right. So we're going to start with Zealot number 4 is going to move to 1, 2. Actually, he can't get to us, which is good, so he doesn't do an attack. Then their Zealot 6 is going to step up 1. And he's going to attack for... Oh, actually, I have to take that back. Sorry. Because Zealot number 4 he can go through other people. So he can go 1, 2. He can do a move 2 and then attack our poor Red Guard. All right. And he's going to do a curse. So let's see what kind of modifier he gets. He's doing an attack of 1. Oh, he's going to do 2 damage to our Red Guard. And he's going to give him a curse card. 1, 2. And we get a curse card, which is, I'm guessing I should probably get these out. There's our curse cards. So we're going to put a curse card in the deck of the Red Guard. All right, probably shouldn't get too into that because I think there's another one coming because number 6 is going to go 1, 2. Then he's going to attack the Red Guard also. Actually, he would go after, I believe, the person with the lower initiative, so I think he's going to hit the VoidWarden. So he's going to hit the VoidWarden for 1, and the VoidWarden's going to get a curse card. Okay, so we need a curse card in the VoidWarden's deck. We have one in the Red Guard's deck. That did not go as planned. I like how I have these plans that immediately get foiled as soon as the game starts. Like, this would be such a nice way to start, and let's not do it that way. Okay. All right, so now we have to deal with what cards we've got for our folks out there. The VoidWarden is going to be up first, so our Zealots are done. All right. So we were looking at using our force an enemy within range 3 to perform an attack targeting an adjacent enemy. Instead, I could move and muddle and then heal, which would give us a... Oh, well, if I had a poison, it would give us a bless. That doesn't do us a whole lot. I think maybe we still do this attack. Do we do this? Force all enemies within range 3 to perform move 1. With me controlling the actions. I think I still do that. All right. So we're going to start off with the top of this one, which is force 1 enemy within range 3 to do an attack targeting an enemy of your choice adjacent to them. All right. So we're going to have number 4 here. Go ahead and attack number 6. All right. So 4, we're going to use this card. 4 is going to attack 6, and we're going to use the monster deck. So 4 is going to do... Well, actually, 4 is going to take number 6 out. That was easy. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Because it was an attack 3, we got a boost of 1, so we just took out number 6. All right. Easy enough. We're going to drop a coin there. All right, and then our second part was... We can make them move, or we could just move. I think we're just going to move at this point. So we're going to go 1, 2. Go right here. All right, so next up, so there we go. Our VoidWarden is done. We're over to the Red Guard. So the Red Guard's plan was we were going to step between 2 guys and do damage. But really, that doesn't seem to work out like we need it to at this point. So maybe we should just do our attack and then a heal, because our attack really is going to be, or we could do an attack and an attack, do 2 attacks, then hopefully we get enough damage to take him out. We're only down 2, and a heal of 4 is an overheal, but we get an experience. I think we'd be better off doing an attack and attack. So let's do that. We're going to do 2 attacks. So let's use the top of this card first, and we're going to use the basic attack at the top of this card, because I might end up not needing this attack if I draw an awesome bonus, and then I could just use the move, right? So we'll use the top of this one, and we'll attack for 2. So we're going to attack for 2. We're going to get a bonus. Our bonus is going to be, oh, there's the curse card. Okay, the good thing is the curse goes away, but the first attack fails. Okay, so we definitely need to do our second attack. So we're going to use our second attack right here. All right, so second attack is +1. So we're going to hit him for 3. That's good at least. All right, so he's not dead, but he's a hurting unit. 1, 2, 3. All right, red guard is done. We're getting ready for our next round. Okay, so we've used 2 on each of them. All right. They attacked pretty quick there. That kind of sucked. All right. Actually, let's look at our red guard first because he tends to be the beefy one. Do we just do a normal attack? So we've got a couple that are attack 3. That's got to move 3. So maybe let's do these 2. I think we're going to do, and that goes really early. So ideally we can take him out. So we can do a attack 3. Ooh, or we could do a loot. Let's do an attack. Oh, that's at range. We'll do attack 3 and then maybe a move or maybe a loot depending upon what we come up with there. So I think we're going to start off with the attack 3 here. We're going to go initiative 14. All right. Just trying to clean stuff up at the entrance here, and it's getting complicated already. All right, what are we doing as the VoidWarden? So maybe a heal would be good. Or we can go through the door and expose some stuff, and then maybe start... I don't have anything that's a big move. I think, oh, she does have a big move. She's got a move 4 right there. So I could do a move 4 and expose a bunch of things. Let's see here. Do I have, if I do move 4 and do a bunch of things, do I have a, there's a heal 2 at range 3, so I could heal backwards maybe. There's got a range 3 disarm. So I think that's what we're going to do is we're going to do a move 4, and then I think we'll use our one that's a... Oh, wait. My heal is... No! If I use my move 4, then I can't... So if I use my move 4, then I can't heal. That's my heal card, right? So I don't have another one. So I could do a move 2, which would put me right in the doorway. We could do that one. So we could do a heal... and then maybe a strengthen. Let's grab these 2 cards and see how that works out. All right. That's going to put us at initiative 68. And we'll see how the turn goes. All right. We're good. We're going to draw. All right. Red guard's going first. And we thought we were going to do maybe this attack. Or maybe this attack 3. Well, that's at a range 2, so it's going to get disadvantage. So we're going to do this attack here. And we're going to combine it with maybe a move or a loot. We'll see which one we want to do. Which one? Probably the move. Maybe the loot. The loot would get him 2 coins, so getting some money would be good. Okay, so let's start off with our attack 3. All right. So number 1 is our attack 3 with an immobilize. So let's see what card we get. Attack 3 -1. We do 2. That's going to take him out, so the immobilize does not matter. Okay, so that guy's gone. And we're going to put a coin. All right, so what that leaves us with is, do we do loot 1 here? Or do we move 2? We could move 2 and open the door. Oh, that's an interesting choice there. We could sweep up all the money, or... Well, money hasn't... Well, I say money hasn't been that big of a problem, but we really haven't we haven't needed a lot of it yet. Let's go ahead and we'll not worry about the money. Let's do the move. We're going to do the move 2. So if I looted, with the loot of 1, I would grab both of those coins. Instead, we're going to do the move to. So we're going to move to, which is going to put us right in this doorway, all right? So that's going to put us right in here. I think there was a number, yep. Oh, no, sorry. My doorway shifted wrong. Oh, okay, so this changes things. I had my doorway shifted one down. Okay, so I still probably want to move 2. 1, 2, because we want to get closer to that doorway. We can't quite get into it yet, though, so he's not going to open the doorway. All right. Red guard is done. All 4 of his cards are in the discard. Now we're over to the VoidWarden. All right, so VoidWarden, we could move 2. So let's see. We're thinking about, we could do the heal. And then we could move 2, or we could do the move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could really get pretty far into this room, but then we can't really do anything. Or we could move short, which would just open the door, and then we could heal. I think that's a good idea. Let's just get into the room, and then maybe... Yeah, so I think what I'm looking at is we could just get into the room, so we could move 1, 2, get right here, and then we could pull off our heal. Okay, so we're going to use this one to do our move action. We're going to move 2, so we're going to go 1, 2, open this door. Now what's probably going to happen is we're going to get a bunch of bad guys doing stuff. So there's 1, 2. We're in the doorway, and then there's a number 1 has been revealed. Number 1 says, there's some text up here at the top because there's a number 1 underneath there, right? So that goes off. Number 1 says, you burst into the cargo hold and a foul smell hits you in the face. A river of sticky black liquid flows through the ship, pouring between the various cracks in the hull. The source appears to be beyond the far door, but first you'll have to fight your way past more ruffians and their pets. Okay. Before I put everything on the board there, I'm going to go ahead and heal 3 at a range of 3. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to heal our red guard buddy there, and then we'll put everything else on the board, and they will probably get in action. And unfortunately, I'm in the lead here, which is not a good place for me to be. So it looks like we get Zealot and a couple of snaky things. All right, so we'll get Zealot number 6 again. We're going to grab a couple of snakes from over here. Get a couple of tokens. So we're going to put this snake right here and this snake right here. And just personally, I hate snakes. So I'm kind of like Indiana Jones that way. Snakes are awful. All right. That one's got a black mark on it, so nobody goes there. That one's got a black mark on it, so nobody goes there. And that's our white one. So we have Zealot number 6. He's back. Zealot number 6. And then we have snake number 3 and 9. All right, snake number 3 and 9. All right, so because we revealed them, they get to do what their action was. So even though their actual initiative number is earlier in the turn than where we're at, we need to go back and do their stuff. So we're going to do the Vipers first. It looks like they do move 3, which is a jump. So that means that this stuff that would normally take 2 to go through only costs 1. So they're going to move 3. So let's see here. When we start with Viper 4, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And he can't quite reach, thank God, the VoidWarden. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's closing in 2. All right, so that's it for the Vipers. And then the Zealot is going to move 1. And actually it takes 2 to move into that, so I don't think he can move into that square. And then he would attack for 1 with poison, so he can't quite do that. So That's it for the Zealot. All right, so we're over to the next round. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do here. So we need to get the Red Guard into the mix because those Vipers look horrible. So I do have, so there's this attack 2, range of 2 for 2 targets, and then I get to pull 1. So that could be really, really handy. I would need to get into right here in order to be the other one, but I could pull him into the spikes, which would take that Viper right out. The downside would be I would get disadvantage on the attack. The other thing is if I can get in, if I could get to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or a jump of 3, if I can get to here, then I can pull off I have my 2 adjacent enemies suffer just straight up 2 damage. And I do have I've got it. There's a move 4, but the downside is it's at 41. Oh, which would be kind of late, and I've got a feeling that the Vipers are going to move fast. So I think I'm better off doing that so that I move quicker. And then if I do that, I'm using the top of that one. It's going to give me higher initiative. That means I need to use the bottom of something else. I just need to use a move 2. So maybe we go with that one and just use the move 2 instead of the move 6. I think that's what we'll do. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go initiative 16. And we'll see how these things work out. All right, so initiative 16 on the Red Guard. All right, so the Red Guard is still in the VoidWarden. He's going early and hoping to take out the snakes. All right, so what's the VoidWarden doing? So the VoidWarden is taking a little bit of damage, but she's not too bad. She's got an attack 3 at range 3. She could disarm an enemy and cause him to move into something. That's not going to really do me any good. The heal... So maybe the disarm is my best bet. In order to do that, I kind of need to move a couple. And this one would allow me to, so if I do this, I can move, just use the move action, but I can get a high initiative, and then I can do the disarm. So let's do that. That's going to put her at first initiative, which is a little bit scary. But let's do that. The VoidWarden is going to go 15. 15. All right, I think we're up. We got our decisions. We're locked in. Draw. All right. So VoidWarden is going to go first. We're going to use our... We're going to use our, so I was thinking about, I'm sorry, I was just double thinking that because I could make an ally move 2 and then could have him do crazy attack, but that would hurt him. So let's not do that. All right, so we're going to move 2 with this one. We're going to use our base move 2, and then we're going to try to use our disarm on the bad guy. And then I can force the target to move 2. I don't know if that actually does me any good. So we're going to use this one right here to move 2. So we're going to move 2 first. So 1, 2, right there. And then we're going to use our top of this one to disarm at a range of 3 and force the target to move 2. We're not going to actually force the target to move 2. So we're going to disarm number 6. So 6 is disarmed. 6. Disarm is which one? It's this one, I think, right? Disarmed. Okay. All right. Actually, I need to zoom out just a little bit more. Zoom out. Hopefully everything's still visible there. Okay, there we go. All right, next up is our Red Guards. What's the Red Guard doing? Red Guard got his plan was to jump in and attack 2 enemies, right? So if I move 2, if I use that, just the base of that to move 2, then I can use this one to attack 2 enemies at a range of 2 and I can pull one if I want to. All right, so we're going to use this one to move to. So we're going to move to right there, 1, 2, and then we're going to use this one for an attack 2, range of 2, targets, pull. All right. So we've got this, we'll do this snake first, which is number 9. All right, and because that's a ranged attack at range, I think we're okay. So we're just going to draw a card, and we get -1. So we're going to do 1 to number 9. I was hoping to take him out, but didn't quite happen. All right, so number 3, we're going to be at disadvantage. So we're going to draw 2 cards and take the worst of them. And the worst is going to be the negation, so we don't do anything. Okay. Didn't work like we wanted. All right. Okay. We're up to the Vipers at this point. So we did VoidWarden. We did Red Guard. Now we're to the Vipers. So they're going to move 3. So first off is number 3, which is the one up front here, is going to move 3 as a jump. He doesn't have to. Oh, he's going to attack 1 at 2 targets, which means he's going to hit both of the characters. Okay. So let's see here. First, he's going to go after the VoidWarden, and he's going to hit her for 0, but she's going to get poisoned. She gets a poison. All right. Then he's going to attack the Red Guard for 1, and he's going to get poisoned. All right. Then we've got number 9, who can move at a jump of 3 and can get in here. Oh, I forgot the other part of that. Wait, whoa. We need to go back. Actually, number 9 does die. I forgot about that piece of it. I had the pull of 1, so when I hit, even though I only hit for 1, I can pull number 9 1, and I can pull him into the spike pit. So I'm going to pull him into the spike pit. So 9's going to go here. It's going to pull him into the spike pit, and 9's going to be dead. All right. We did kill off 9. All right. 9 dies because he takes 3 damage going into the spike pit. That means he doesn't get to jump over and attack us. I forgot there was method to that madness. All right. So we're both poisoned. Poison does... What's poison do? All attackers gain +1 attack. All attackers gain +1 attack. Prevents healing. Remove when healed. Okay. So number 6 is our Zealot, and he can attack at a range of 3 and give a muddle. But he's disarmed. And being disarmed means that he cannot attack, and I get to remove it at the end of the turn. So he doesn't do his attack for the turn. Yes! That worked out well. All right, so we're up to our next round. Oh, sorry. He did his turn. He did his turn, but he was disarmed. We're over to the next round. Okay, we've got a Wimpy Snake, and we've got a Zealot back there. And we've only got 2 cards. All right, so I think we're going to go with these cards, and the VoidWarden is going to go with a 49. And we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with them, because I really don't know what the cards do at this point. And we've got a 41. All right, 49 and 41. All right, so let's draw for the bad guys. Oh, okay. So we've got the Zealot's going to go first. So he's going to heal 1, which he hasn't taken any damage. Move 3 to get him into a range 2 attack. So he could move 2 over here. That actually puts him, I think he's good where he's at to do his attack, because if he moves 3, then that's going to take him out of range. So I think he would stay right there and do his attack. So he's attacking for 1 against the VoidWarden. The VoidWarden's got poison, so that means that All attackers gain +1 attack. Ugh. Okay. So let's get his boost card. He's going to do... So he's going to do 1, and he's going to get a bonus of 1. So he's going to hit the VoidWarden for 2. And that's half the VoidWarden's life. Don't like that. All right. We need to remember that the red guard had hit his card here, which means to reshuffle. So I should be reshuffling his bonus deck. All right. Because we're up to the red guard next, and he needs to do something. And we're going to look at his cards because we have absolutely no idea what his cards are because they were the last 2 left. So we were just kind of grabbing them and going. I do see a heal 2, range 2 sitting there. And there's the 2 adjacent enemies take damage. So I could just straight up kill the snake playing that card. That might be the right way to go because a guaranteed kill would be nice. So his other card is a range 2 and then move 4. So then he could start making his way through the muck there. I think that's what we'll do. So we're going to do, of his 2 cards, we're going to pull off this one first, which is 2 adjacent enemies suffer 2 damage. There's only one guy here. He's going to take 2. That's going to take number 3 out, right? So 3 is going to go down 2. And he's gone, and we're going to put a coin there. All right, and then we're going to do a move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're making our way through the ship there, and we're almost to the binder. Okay, and then we have no more snakes. The red guard's gone, so we're over to the VoidWarden. What's the VoidWarden got left? So what we've got left is I can heal 2. I've got that enemy sitting over there. I've got attack 3, range 3. So that's probably what I want to use. Because all of these are ally do something and enemy do something. I don't have people to really interact with. So I think we're attack 3, range 3, and use this heal of 2. So the problem is that we've got the poison. And if we heal, it's going to remove the poison. So it prevents healing, but the healing takes care of the poison. This is where if I had the other VoidWarden card, does cool stuff with poison, but alas, that's not where we're at. So, okay. So we're going to start with attack 3 at a range of 3. So we're going to hit that guy, and hopefully we take him out. We get a boost card, and it's so we don't quite take him out. So we hit him for 3, though. So 1, 2, 3. He's down to 1. All right, so that's our attack 3 at range of 3. And we've got a heal, and I can heal at a range of 3, or I could move, I guess, is the other option. So I could move into the gunk. I think that's what we'll do, is we're going to use just the basic move action, and we're going to move into this stuff right here, because I think we need to start making our way towards that door. All right, so that's going to be the end of the VoidWarden. Now, we're at the end of both of our decks, so we need to do a short rest. So we're going to shuffle these up. Ooh, actually, let's do one thing. We're gonna go back and do one thing here. We're going to use our winged shoes to make that move 2 a jump, so we can actually get to there. That gets us across the gunk. There we go. All right, and then the hope is maybe we can grab that ranged attack and try to go early and take the guard out. But we get to discard 1 at random, and it's going to be this one, which is our move 3 and muddle. That's not a huge loss. Okay. So the red guard over here, we're going to shuffle his cards up. Now he's looking like he might get a treasure chest at the end of the round here. And then maybe he's hurting a little bit. Well, he's got the poison too. What's his range? And 1, 2, 3. Does he have a heal? Oh, first let's get rid of our card. Before I get excited, I should get rid of our card. The card we're getting rid of is the Swift Strength. All right. So, does he have a heal? He He has a self-heal. He's got a heal 2 at range of 2, which is not quite far enough. Well, shoot. So there's a move 2, and then there's a... What are we going to do? I think we'll do that. I think we're just going to land on top of the treasure chest. The goal is to land on top of the treasure chest. We'll go at 38. All right, we're not doing anything. Oh, actually, let's use our heal. Yeah, we'll do that. Because we'll get an experience if we do that. And we're going to go at 32. Okay. So we're to our next round. Red guard's going at 32. All right. VoidWarden, we want that attack. I think we want that ranged attack again. All right, so we want the ranged attack, but we want to go early. So we need something with low initiative. So I think we're going to go with that, 15. All right, we'll probably just use it for the move, actually, but we'll go with the 15 initiative. Then hopefully we don't really flub up and get a negate, or we only have to do 1 damage. That should be fairly easy to do, or hopefully that the zealot doesn't go before us. Okay, so we're going to draw, because we picked our cards. We're going to draw. Oh, the zealot almost went before us. But he didn't. We picked the right card. Okay, so we're going to start off with this card, which is an attack 3 at range 3. We're going to draw a boost. +0. It doesn't matter. We just need to do that damage. It's enough to knock out the zealot. There we go. Zealot gone. Drop a coin. All right, then the other card we were just going to use for, because that was our attack 3, range 3. And I think we're just going to use this to move. So we're going to move 2. All right. 1, 2. All right. So then we're done with the VoidWarden. We're over to the Red Guard. The Red Guard is going to use the top of this one to heal for 4, but the heal doesn't go off. He can only do himself, but he is going to get the experience. So we're going to add experience. That's the first time we've done an experience thing. All right. And that should get rid of our poison. All right. So it doesn't actually heal us, but it gets rid of the poison and we get an experience. And then we're going to use this just to move 2. And 1, 2 will land us on top of the treasure chest. And that says number 10. So we're going to go see what number 10 is. It's probably going to be like a mimic. Number 10 will probably be a mimic or something, but I have to find that book. Is it? Nope, wrong book. I think this is the right book. Nope, that's not the right book. Oh, it's down here on the floor. There we go. Okay, is this the right book? Yes, this is the right book. Okay. It says number 10 is a fateful compass. Is that what I'm getting? Number 10. Item 27, fateful compass. So I have an item 27, maybe. See if we can find it. Dun, 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 27. There's item 27. Let's see what this is. We found a fateful compass, which is during your turn, force one enemy within range 3 to perform a move 2 action with you controlling the action. Okay. So he's getting some VoidWarden abilities there for free. VoidWarden abilities for free. I like it. Okay. That is the end of both of their turns. Red Guard's done. We are back to moving and grooving. So looking at both of them, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5. Or maybe I could jump. Do I have a jump in here? No, I used my wing Boots to jump already. I do have a move 4. So there's my move 4. Oh, I've got this one too. So I do have this where I can heal, and it's going to turn my poison into a bless. So I think that's what I'm going to do there. And then I'll combine that with my move 4. All right. So that's going to be my VoidWarden is going to do that at initiative 43. Next round, VoidWarden is going to be at 43. All right, the red guard. I've got to move 4. 1, 2, 3. Can't tell, is that goo? That's not goo. So 4 would open the door. Do I want to move 4 and open the door? Or do I want to move 3 and stop right before the door? I think we want to open the door. So we're going to move 4. So we're going to do this one, which is the move 4. And what are we going to do on the other side? Because there's some attacks and stuff like that. Maybe do we have a ranged attack in there? None of the attacks are ranged attacks. Oh, there is one. That one's got an attack 2, target enemy within 2 hexes. I can disarm somebody. So I think that's what we'll do is we're going to do our move 4, and then we're going to queue that up just in case. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our, that's a mixed bag. We're going to make ourselves go last, probably, with a 90. But what that means is when I open the door, probably all the monsters are going to do something because they're going to come alive, and they're going to have initiatives that were before what the Red Guard's initiatives were. But, c'est la vie, that's the way that it goes. Oh, I guess the other thing is, I was trying to do the heal. What's the range on the heal is 2. Oh, but if I move first, okay. Yeah, we're okay. We're all right there, so 90. All right, so we're going to draw. VoidWarden's going first. So rather than firing off our heal first, we're going to do our move first. So we're going to move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to move through the gunk, and we're getting kind of to the end of where my camera's at here. So let's see if we can get. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we're moving through the gunk. We're right here. That's our move 4, which was this one. That's done. So the next thing we need to pull off is our heal right here. So we're going to heal 2, range 2, and we're going to hit 2 targets. So what I can do is, he's right there. I can heal him 2. 1. And then I can also heal myself 2, but I'm poisoned, so I'm just going to fix my poison. But when I remove poison, I get to do a bless. So I just get to remove the poison. Poison goes away. But I do get to give myself a bless card. So that means that one of these handy dandy bless cards goes into my deck. All right. I'll shuffle it in there. I'm going to need to read about the bless cards. Hopefully I am playing those right. If not, I'll put like a little, I think the bless cards go in there and then you shuffle your deck. The whole thing doesn't get reshuffled. But that's something I'll have to look for a rules clarification on. And if I'm not doing it right, I'll put a little note up in the corner that says, you know, bonehead alert, I'm doing it wrong. Okay. So that was our VoidWarden. Next, we're over to the Red Guard. So the Red Guard is a few away from the space. So what we were looking at is we had a move of 4, right? And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, because there wasn't any goo underneath the door. And then we can potentially do this attack too. So let's see how these things work out, right? So we've got, you can do this one, which is the move of 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, which opens the door. Door opens up, and this is spot number 2. So let's see what 2 says. Oop, I should probably face the bad guys. I don't want to go in their butt first. That's not the way to go in. All right. The smell gets even worse when you finally open the door to the back cabin. More of those robed madmen are performing some sort of incantation over an altar piled high with severed limbs and unidentifiable mounds of flesh. Nice. With the flies buzzing and the strange guttural howls, all you want to do is get as far away as possible, but you have a job to do, so you commence with the killing. All right, so what we need is a zealot, and then we see, ooh, a yellow viper. So I need a yellow stand for a yellow viper. All right, there is potentially another zealot in there if we were playing with more characters. There's one right there, but we don't have to worry about him. All right, so we need, oh, that's not a viper. Another zealot. All right, viper. So we got viper number 9. And zealot number 4. All right, so let's see here. We need viper, ooh, big viper, number 9. And zealot number 4. All right. Okay, so they're going to do their thing. What is it that they're going to do? Oops, sorry, I'm kicking some things under the table. I need to move here. Okay. All right, let's get down to business. So now that the red guard's done, we actually got to jump back. Oh, no, the red guard's not done. Sorry. I still have my, I can disarm something within 2 hexes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so the red guard is done. That is all he's doing this turn. Okay. Darn it. I was hoping to be able to do some more, but it's not happening. All right, so red guard is done. And we've got the viper and the zealot need to go at this point in time. So the viper is 43. He's going to move 3 jump-wise. So 1, 2, and he's trying to do an attack of 1. So I think he's going to go here. And then he's going to attack 1 on the red guard. So we need a monster boost, and we get +1. So he's going to get the red guard for 2, and he's going to poison him. So red guard takes 2, and he gets a poison. All right, so the zealot is going to attack a range 2 with an attack of 3. So 1, 2. I'm not in range, and it doesn't say that he's moving, so he's standing right where he is and doesn't do anything, which I'm totally fine with. I'm good with that. I think if I was the zealot, maybe I would step up 1, but, you know, that's his decision. I'm okay with that. We all make our own choices. Okay, so we're back to the beginning here. Now, red guard's up front there. He's got a viper on him. And what else do we have going on here? We've got... Ooh, I wonder if one of my VoidWarden ability is like crazy. Oh, I've got that. So I have my 1 ally in range 3 can perform an attack 6, but he's going to take 2 damage. So if I was going to say if I could go early, I could have him pull off some sort of nasty attack, but the problem is all of my initiatives are like super low. But that's my heal 3 thing. Okay. So that's not going to help a whole lot. Range 3. So I think one of the things I'm going to want to do is move. I might want to heal. How's a red guard? Ooh, I'm looking pretty bad. So I think we'll hold on to the heal as one of the actions that we're going to do. And then maybe... we'll throw the disarm in there also. All right, so we'll do the heal along with the disarm, and we'll go at 67. All right, VoidWarden is going to go at 67. All right, then we need to look at the red guard. Now that snake has How many hit points? 3 hit points. He's not too bad. I have an attack that hits for 3 and immobilizes. So I could do double attack, and maybe then we'll just soak up potentially whatever the Zealot is going to do. So let's plan on that. We'll go early. We'll go with a 14. Then we'll do attack 3. And if it doesn't finish him, we'll attack 2. If it does finish him, then we'll move. All right, I think that's the plan. All right, so we're going to go initiative 14 for a red guard. We're getting close to the end here. This one isn't. Well, again, it started off not great, but we're doing okay. All right, so let's draw cards. And we get, ooh, the red guard's going to go first. So, ooh, hopefully I kill that snake because that snake's doing lots of nasty stuff. All right. So what we were thinking was we were going to do this attack 3 first. That's what we're aiming for. So we're going to do attack 3 with an immobilize. So let's pull that one out first. The attack 3 with the immobilize is going to get a boost of none. So we're going to do 3. Hey, that's enough to take out the snake. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Snake gone. And we're going to drop a gold. All right. So that was that leaves us with the other side of this, and we don't need to do an attack. We can move now. So we're going to move 1, and we'll move right here. Boom. Okay. Red guard's done. So that means the Viper's out. We're to the VoidWarden. So the VoidWarden had... there was the big attack. That's not going to do us any good. We can heal. We could move 1. If we move... Oh, so we could do this, which is... So we could move 1 here, and then we could have our buddy there do an attack at range 3 because the Zealot is within range. So the other thing we could do is heal, and then disarm is not going to do us any good because we can't move and get in range. So I think what we'll do, and I think the red guard's in a good enough position to be a meat shield at this point that we're okay, that we'll do this one for the move, and then we'll have our ally attack. All right. So first off is we're going to use this for the basic move, and we're just going to go 1 instead of 2. All right, and then we're going to use the top half of this one, which says 1 ally, range 3. So 1 ally, range 3, may perform an attack 2 at range 3. So he's doing an attack 2 against the Zealot. And we get to use his card, and we're going to pull negation. How do I do that? I need to do something to figure... I do that all the time with the red guard. That seems to be his favorite card. Boots, you silly monkey. That's not working out well. Okay. So that's the VoidWarden's turn. Not how we want. That's not how it's supposed to work. Okay. The Zealot is going to move up 1. And he's going to attack for 1 with poison. So right there is the red guard who is already poisoned. So he's going to get a bonus of 1. So he's going to attack and hit for 2. So the red guard is going to take 2. Okay. Zealot's done. Next round. All right, so we've got 1 card here. So one of the choices we could do would be a long rest, which would give the Zealot a free shot at us. We'd both select 99, then we get to choose which card we discard, and we throw all of our cards over. I think we're close enough to the end that that's really silly, and we've got a lot of cards. So we're going to do short rests. So short rests are going to shuffle our discard pile up. And we're going to stick 1 card underneath here. It's going to be this card for the VoidWarden, which is our... Turn out the lights is now going away. And get the rest of the stack back. And we're going to do the same thing for the red guard. So the red guard, we're going to shuffle them all up. Shuffle up the red guard. And then we're going to get rid of Blinding Sickle. All right. So the good news is we got a good stack of cards. We've got 1 guy and he's only got 4 life. So we should be able to take him out. Let's see here. What do we have here? There's a heal. There's an attack at range. There's an attack close. There's no spiky pits in there to make him step into, which is kind of sad. We're going to choose these two cards with the VoidWarden. Now, as I'm looking at these two cards, I don't know how I'm going to play it. It's going to depend upon what the red guard does. So the VoidWarden might force the red guard to attack 6, or she might use the loot and strength. We'll have to see when we get there. Could play the disarm. If by the time we get there the red guard hasn't killed him off, we may need to do the disarm and loot. Or we may, I don't know, we'll have to see there. So I could really make sure he's dead, or we can disarm and loot. So that's what we're going to grab. We're going to go with initiative. Oh, look at our choices of initiative there. It's either 67 or 68. So let's go faster. Let's go with the 67 because that's a huge difference in speed there. All right. So we're going to go 67. All right. Now, what we're hoping is that we have, how many hit points? He's got 4 hit points. So we could do adjacent enemies suffer 2 damage. And then we could throw maybe, yeah, and then for the speed, we can throw an attack 3. Oh, no. So if we use that, then we can't use that. Do I have one that's a bottom attack? An attack 2. So I could use he automatically suffers 2 damage. And then I use an attack 2. But that's not at speed. I want something that's fast. So my one that's fast is an attack 3. Okay. And we follow that up with the potential for an attack 2. All right, that's at speed 14. Or initiative 14, or whatever. The magic number is 14. That's what we're worried about. All right, so let's draw. Zealot is, ooh, we're lucky we went fast there. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is that 14, that attack 3, right? That's our goal. Yep. So attack 3 with an immobilize. So let's draw our boost. Oh, I need to shuffle this back up because unfortunately I need to put that nullifier card in there and see if I can draw it again. That would totally be my luck, would be to draw that card. Boots is not very reliable at this point. He's like easily distracted. Luckily, he didn't grab the loot at the beginning like I thought he might. He pulled it through. So he's doing a lot of damage. He's doing okay, but he tends to like, it's like that thing, ooh, squirrel, and then he just misses his attack. So have to keep him on track here. Maybe there's a perk that's like the no squirrels perk or something like that can help fix that. Okay, let's draw a modifier card. +0, so we're doing 3 damage, and he's immobilized, so that's not a big thing. 1, 2, 3, and arrow to the foot. Okay. Then we're using the bottom of this card, which is just an attack 2. So we're going to get another modifier, -1, so it's a 2, -1 is 1, which is enough to take him out. All right, so that takes the Zealot out. The game doesn't end, so our objective is to kill all the enemies, which we've done. We've achieved our objective, but it's not the end of the round yet. We still have some time. The VoidWarden gets to go. All right, so what the VoidWarden had chosen was, she's got a loot there, right? So force target, she can make an enemy move, so she can't move and loot, unfortunately. She could just move and end up on a loot, but the deal is she can play her loot ability. It doesn't really matter. She's either going to move and land on a coin, or she's going to get a coin using her loot ability. So she's going to use her loot ability and get a coin. All right. There we go. We've done everything. Now it says, tip, open the supplemental scenario book to page 2 to find the rest of the scenario text. Uh-oh, I think I might have missed something. Oh, what's it say here? So we've got 1, 2. Oh, it's our conclusion, which makes sense. All right. So the conclusion. It certainly doesn't give you pleasure sifting through the human remains on the altar, but it does end up proving useful in between the bouts of vomiting. You find a necklace, one Sandy described in detail as never leaving the neck of her husband. Oh. With this in hand, you can bring at least some peace to the blacksmith's widow, inform the city guard about this whole situation. So the deal is we didn't actually find Roland, but we found that he's doing bad stuff, I guess. All right. Still, you have a sneaking suspicion this isn't the end of the trail. These robed men were certainly all underlings, which means Roland is still out there. Okay, so I was on base there. One could make the argument that this is the city guard's job, but you search the cabin of the ship anyway and find a curious map. It's a crude depiction of the boiler district, and one building is clearly marked. Surely it couldn't hurt to check it out. All right, so what I'm thinking is he was paying those vermlings lots of money, so he's probably got a lot of cash there. And yeah, we need to check that out because we're doing good things for the city, not because we're interested in the massive amounts of wealth that this Roland character has to pay for bodies. All right, so let's see. Rewards. Each character gains 1 perk, and then we open a ritual in stone. Okay, so that looks like the stuff that I will do at the beginning of the next episode. We'll figure out which perks we get. What I need is I need a Boots stay on task perk, and I don't think that that's on the list, but we'll check and see if one of those are there. But other than that went pretty well. I was a bit concerned up front because things went badly, but we still had lots of cards. We still had a decent amount of health. The Red Guard did his tanking. Boots managed to tank for Dora pretty well. If the VoidWarden would have taken another hit, she would have been hurting, but I still had my healing potion, which I hadn't used. I potentially could have gone back and gotten something with I could have used Boots' stamina potion to go back and get a card. And we got this neat little fateful compass, which I think that's going to be very useful in the future scenarios. So that's like Boots' VoidWarden ability. He can bring people into him where there's all sorts of cool, I think, that can happen with that. So let me know if there's rules that I missed. I think one of the things that's concerning me right now is I need to go back and read about the Bless cards. When I get the Bless cards, do they go into the deck and do they get shuffled up, or do I have to take all of my cards and bring them back in and shuffle it up? The other thing is I put Bless cards in my deck, so do they stay into the next adventure, or do I take them out? I think they stay, but I'll need to read. That'd be great for someone that knows to comment on and maybe make my research a little bit easier because you've played more than I have. So I do think they stay in there. I also got a curse card at one point in time that went into one of my decks. So I'm not sure if that stays in there also until we come across it and it kicks it out. So, all right. So we're going to be looking forward to scenario number 4 next. It looks like we'll go after, maybe we think this is where Roland's at, and we'll try to figure it out. And I think we get some experience too, because yeah, Boots cast a spell that got him experience that round. So I don't think we're anywhere close to what we need for a level, but we can see what that does. That's a part of this whole thing. So, and unfortunately we didn't make any use of the long-lasting abilities which were introduced in this part. I imagine we're going to see more of that in the future, because I think the next one we shift out and we go to all of our number 1 cards and the A and B cards go away. So we'll see. Next adventure should be exciting. So I guess that's it for now. Make sure to leave comments about the play, anything I missed, any of that stuff in the comments below, and thanks for watching.